Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh Saab. My name is Injio.
Yep.
My first question is Al-Isra number 31. It says, and you do not kill your children from the fear of poverty. What about circumstances where a woman is sexually assaulted and she cannot afford to have a child and she conceives? What does Islam say about that?
What do you mean by assaulted and she cannot conceive?
No, like she conceives, so she's raped and she conceives.
So you don't, if your life is not in danger, I mean, I'm not talking about you, I mean the girl, her life is not in danger and she was raped and she was conceived. So the Quran says, there's a verse in the Quran, if the woman is forced upon sex, Allah will forgive the girl.
For aborting her child?
No, I'm not talking about it. First of all, the act, it was forced upon you.
But rape is not a woman's fault, so how is she forgiven for it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It will not affect her psyche.
I understand that, but my question is more about...
No, we are coming to the second question.
Okay.
First of all, I'm telling you that women take it as if it's a rape, you want that guy should be killed. Generally in the world, I don't believe this. This is not true in the Quran also. Because rape is not a very easy way for a man to take the woman. It's a very difficult thing for a man to rape a woman, first of all. And if he does so, and if he makes the girl pregnant, so now the question is that should we abort the child or not?
The question was more about how the ayat says from the fear of poverty. And if
No, that is related to the parent children. We are talking about an extraordinary case that rape has happened and she's pregnant. So she can produce a child or not?
If she should.
If she wants, she can. Because it is created by God Almighty, that creation. You must understand the creation of Allah, even if she was raped and the child is there, we mankind think it is wrong to have that child. We should throw it out. I don't believe this. Because Allah is created now, the circumstances was created by God Almighty, and the act was wrong. But the child now is in the womb is not wrong. Is creation by God. Because many couples, married couples, cannot have children. They're trying their level best. They're using medical aid to have children. But here, in this situation, you can't have, the child is born by creation by God. Creation by God Almighty is created, and the child is created. Now, you want to abort it because it is no relationship, it was just a rape. So I don't think so. I think you can have that child and you can give him.
You can have it yourself, but the question is more about the impact that it would have on the girl for having her rapist child. Like...
Yeah, the girl will be forgiven. I told you she will forget. The amount of the impact about the girl forgiven because it was not her fault, first of all, number one. Then, if Allah forgives, she'll forget. You understand, I will tell you, if I commit a crime and I ask God for forgiveness and I don't repeat it, Allah will forgive me, it will not bother me. When Allah forgives somebody, He is not bothered. But a person who does not forgive himself, even God forgives, but he doesn't forgive, so it's his problem. It's not God's, you are creating a problem with when God says that Allah will forgive those girls who were forced upon sex. So why he's saying that? Because that means he's educating men and women both, that don't take it so much on your head. Allah has forgiven the girls who has been raped like that. So if you are forgiven, means that will not hurt your mind or psyche in a longer run, because you are forgiven. Forgiven means it will wipe up it won't reoccur in your mind with badness that has happened to you. But it will take some time. But you must believe in God Almighty that Allah has forgiven me, that I should not bother. So this is but the second is a child. If you want to have a child, you can have a child.
That clears it.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, one more question. Number 32 of Al-Isra, in the beginning you mentioned about fornication, and then you talked about how people who go near fornication can get some sort of a mental illness and then they seek mental help from a psychologist. Can you talk about the correlation between the two? Because I did not understand.
No, what I was trying to say is that people here in Canada and America and other people, they say it's a free society. We educate people from the very young age how to do wrong,
Okay.
but in a safe manner. Now, first of all, it is not righteous to have relationship before marriage. Now they are trying to educate because they know that because it's a free society, the emotions will get away and they will be victimized. So they educate you how to do it in a right manner. So now they do it, and once they do it, and then the impact comes on them. The effect comes on because it was not righteous. Because it is a fitr from Allah that has created in you that is not right. So even if you do it in a proper manner, educated manner, but you did not knew that it will affect your heart and mind. Now when it is affected, then you say, okay, now let's take this girl to a counseling. And now the things start, counseling and psychiatric treatment and this treatment and that treatment, because first of all they allow you to do it, and then they bring you in medical science, and then they take medicines, they give you psychiatric treatment and this treatment and that treatment. Why did you allow it in the first place? So this is what I'm saying. This is a very good way of making people crippled, or making people doing wrong by allowing a free society to do wrong. And once you do wrong, the lifestyle is crippled of that person, and he or she is crippled, and then you take him to a psychiatrist and psychology and this and that, and then medicines are there to bring you back into good life. First making crippled, then making good.
Okay.
But at the same time, why not stop it first?
Yeah, I get
So
it.
generally Allah is trying to educate us that we are avoided by this crippledness. And then, but even if you we will do some mistake, but Allah is forgiving. So unless you go to Allah, even you go to psychologists, and what they do, they give you medicine, they try to deviate you from that situation by giving some other falsehood. But if you go to Allah, Allah forgives, so you are content that God has forgiven me to my wrongdoing, and I will not repeat it, is peace of mind. But this medicine and psychological aid will not cure you. It will just misguide.
Temporarily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're giving to another thing, and keep on circling
Downward
it.
spiral. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.